winning Kona during the years of Lance's winning is difficult because people come up and they're like, why don't you win? You're ready to win 5 or 6 or 7 times in a row now. And, Hawaii is a very different race than the Tour de France.
Race.
And I have a lot of the same sponsors as Lance. So it was, you're getting that from all your sponsors. Like, they're already writing your bonus checks for Kona before Kona. And, I actually had one of my companies talk about that. And I was just like, whoa, it starts getting the pressure onto you, and they've got to understand that it's a crapshoot. It's one day to be on once a year, on that day, and Kona's competitive enough now that there's 15 guys out there that honestly can win it. It used to be 1 or 2, and the past 5-6 years it has turned into a serious race that gets more competitive every year. There's always new guys who I've never even heard of who show up in Kona and are top 10.
It's a more tactical race too.
It's very tactical, and it's it is, like I said before, it is not just survival anymore. It's a race. You've got to be in your head the whole day. If you if you wander once, you lose the race. We're going as hard as we can, knowing that we have to run a marathon afterwards. It has nothing, and honestly, I don't know about the other guys, but if I look back and I feel like an idiot sometimes because I'm leading the pack the whole way, and the guys, the smart ones are just sitting in, but I'm not willing to let these guys just go and get time and time, so I'm pushing as hard as I can, but they're just, they're stronger on the day.
Sure. That's why it's a triathlon. It's, this guy may be stronger on the bike, but, it's like Mark Allen always said, you only have so much energy, in Hawaii, and if you use up, whatever, 10% in the swim and 80% on the bike, then that's all you got. And then what remains is all you got left for the marathon. So it's a real fine line into how you use your energy on the day. And that's when guys like you and Pete and Cam and Norman's getting there, and these guys have learned how to manage their time throughout a whole day. Which people think you nail one iron, you win an Ironman and you win Ironman, I don't know, wherever, Lake Placid for Simon. People criticize Simon because he dominated the day at Lake Placid, and geez, your first race is always your easiest. You never know how another day is gonna deal with it. But he got a lot of criticism. It's like, God, he won an Ironman. Why can't he do that every time, or why can't he be competitive every time? And it's a huge learning process. Huge.
Well, it's.
How many years in a row have you raced Hawaii?
Too many.
10, 12? A lot.
I think last year was my 12th. But
so it takes a long time.
It takes a long time, but it's I think we've had different winners now since 2002.
Since you repeated.
Yeah, and before that we had different winners for a while. We don't have that, and I don't know if we ever will have that Mark Allen who is going to win 6 times or 5 times in a row, and it's. If you look at the guys who've won the past couple of years, they had the best day of their lives in that race. Ferris last year, Norman the year before. Those guys. They were on. Ferris had an outstanding year. His little injury in the year, I think, saved him, his crash, from overdoing it. But, he was fitter than he'd ever been at Arizona and dominated that. And then he came into Hawaii and dominated that. And, I don't know if you'll see that 2 years in a row.
Well, ironically, you never know what's going to get you to the top. With Norman, when he won, he broke his toe, and he totally credits the broken toe forcing him to back off on training, and he went into the race just a little bit fresher.